Hey guys, so today I'm gonna start off by telling you guys how to stay healthy if you are a teen or you're in the process of like middle school and high school, because I know it gets really hard at that time. You're always having pressure by other people, and then you're sometimes getting made fun of for the way you look. But the thing is, being healthy is always important, no matter if you feel like you have no time for anything, but like it's always important. Just put it that way. So the first thing is you should always drink a lot of water. I think you should drink approximately 8 cups of water a day, which that's like the ideal amount of water you should be drinking a day. And I know sometimes it's hard, sometimes we don't like water, we would rather drink soda or something, but still, water is the most important part of your body. If you don't have enough, you're obviously going to get dehydrated, and then it's not going to help you in the long run. If you're dehydrated, you have less energy and you have a feeling like you're hungry, and then you eat, and then that just leads off to a cycle that's not very good. And next, you should probably maintain a regular sleep pattern. Most of us, I know, like to go on our iPhones and everything and do all that stuff, but it's not good to do that. It's like, I think it's okay if you do that for a couple of hours, but to have a regular sleep cycle from around 10 o'clock until 6 or whenever you have to get up, I believe that is good. The average person needs around 8 hours of sleep if they're in their teens or in their middle school years. That's the average amount you need. You might need a little bit more, a bit less, depending on your schedule or on how active you are, but it really does contribute to how healthy you are in the long run. Like, you'll be really hungry the next day if you don't get enough, and then you're going to overeat, and then overeating is going to cause more problems for you afterwards, because you're going to have excess energy, which is going to cause you to put on weight, and then it's going to be really hard for you sometimes, but hopefully that won't happen. The next thing is, you should probably eat breakfast every day. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. You cannot stress that enough. Like, you can skip lunch or dinner and you'll probably be fine, but breakfast, it's one of those things, like, after you haven't eaten for a long time, your body does go into this thing called starvation mode, where it basically just takes in all the energy that it receives, such as the calorie consumption, which is the food, and it stores it inside of itself as like fat or something. So the thing is, if you don't eat breakfast, your body won't produce those hormones, which causes you to speed up your metabolism throughout the day, which will cause problems for you, and you might be less hungry. I know for a lot of people, like, if they don't eat breakfast, they're not going to be as hungry throughout the day, but still, that's not going to be as good. It's better to eat breakfast and then to eat something afterward every 3 hours or so, like a small little snack, and you won't be hungry at all, and it'll be completely fine. And a good breakfast would probably be cereal or some yogurt, and if you really don't even like that double, you can even have like a granola bar or something. That's completely fine. So it is very important to avoid junk food. I know how much we all love our chips and our ice cream sandwiches and our really small Pop-Tarts we can eat for breakfast, but if you just sit down and look at the nutrition value, you could be having 3 bowls of cereal for that, just those 2 Pop-Tarts. Just, I compare my amount of food with density, because I feel like I really enjoy eating food, and if I could enjoy a food longer and be not eating as much, I would rather take that food than eat something that's like sugary and sweet, and I like it, but I can't eat it for longer, because I'm already gonna be taking in all this extra energy, and it's just too confusing, too much work. So that's why I don't like to do that. But the thing is, I feel like you have to treat yourself to a certain extent, because for us, whenever we go to school, there's always people who have Oreos and who have chips and who have this for lunch, and we don't, and then we feel like, oh, they're so lucky they get that stuff, but then when you really look at it, you're the one that's lucky because you don't have it, Yeah. And then if you treat yourself, so if you eat healthy for 6 days out of the 7 days a week, and then you feel like, you've been eating well, you've been maintaining a healthy diet. On the seventh day, you know, you can have maybe like, you should have at least like something unhealthy like ice cream or chips or whatever it is you have, but just not an overly consumptuous amount. So then you're going to be motivated to be eating healthy throughout those days, and so you're not going to eat, so it'll just be like a nice healthy diet continuously, you know. So next is motivation. Motivation is so important, but I feel like sometimes, I know this is with a lot of us, like in teenagers, we always want to get healthy, you know. We always feel like, you know, we're not good enough. But in truth, a lot of people, when they see you, they don't like pay attention to you, your body size, your body weight, how you look. But we always want to feel healthy for ourselves more than for other people. So if there's, you should never take in what someone else is saying. To them, they probably could care less. They just want to hurt your feelings. They just want to say it out there because they're that mean type of person that like doesn't get that appreciation they feel they have or anything. So you should never listen to them. You should always say, well, this is what I want. I want to lose it for myself. I want to be healthy for myself. One of those people who like want to lose like a couple of pounds for homecoming or whatever. Yeah, you should do it for yourself, you know, not listen to anyone else. Everyone else is just bystanders because they feel like, you know, they feel like you should never feel like other people can contribute to your thoughts because they don't have anything against you. You have what you have. And the motivation is, like, for example, okay, so this is the thing. If you want to lose, say, 5 pounds in 2 weeks, I mean, it's possible, obviously. You're a teenager, your metabolism is still pretty fast. You can go and then you can set yourself a goal. And the average teen, during their sleeping pattern, loses a pound a day. A pound from what they gained in them. So, because if an average teen eats 1,000 calories a day, okay? And, you know, they're active, they're whatever, and they eat it, they lose that weight, a pound, in their sleep. Because it gets all digested into itself. I mean, some people lose more, obviously, but that's the average amount. So, if you lose, you just have to know that you want to eat a healthy amount so you don't gain any weight throughout the day, which is pretty easy because your body you just burn off everything that you eat, and then you're not even hungry. You can lose it. That's the thing. And if you get motivated from that, you can continue to keep going. It's really simple. But there's always this lack of motivation. If someone thinks, oh, you know, I feel like, you know, I'm healthy enough, I can just go and eat 5 Ben & Jerry's ice creams today. It isn't the case. You know, you have to keep yourself motivated. You have to keep telling yourself, I want this. I want this goal. I feel like if you're stressed out about it and you want some type of food, I feel like listening to your favorite songs always will help. I know my friends had this problem. They would listen to their favorite songs, they would relax, and would be like, you know, I think I can keep going. I'm gonna keep doing this until I feel actually happy with myself. And it really, okay, so you should replace your unhealthy foods with healthy, such as you can replace your white bread with the wheat bread. And white bread has refined sugar in it, which will not give you as good of of energy as you could have gotten with wheat bread. Such as if you're very active, you want the carbohydrates because they give you immediate energy, which you obviously need. So you should always have some sort of carbohydrates before you go. But the thing is, if you have white bread carbohydrates or white rice carbohydrates, those have refined sugars in them, which won't give you as good of energy as you would have gotten with wheat carbohydrates, which that's what I call them, but I don't think that's what they actually are called. So they don't have those refined sugars. They have the actual nutrients, which will give you the immediate energy you need, and it will be much better, you know. So you should eat meals slowly. And I know a lot of us can't do that because of time constraints, but I feel that if you can, it will always be good. Just because your stomach will think that you're not as full as you actually are, because it takes your body about 20 minutes to get that process to your head. But it always varies, you know. But I feel if you eat it slower, you know, a bite every few seconds or so, just a nice slow bite, that will actually really help you in the long run. And if you do get hungry, you should eat every 3 hours or so. Just a small snack, like what first you have a piece of like banana and walnuts, and then in 3 hours you have yogurt and some fruit. That will really help you in the long run. Like, you're not going to be hungry, but you're going to be continuously eating, so you never feel like you're getting deprived of food. Exercising 3 to 5 times a week is actually very important. 45 minutes a day, even not 45 minutes. You can do 10-minute exercises. You can do yoga. You can do walking around it. That's still very good of exercise. And I feel like pee technically is exercise, but at the same time not really. It's always good to have extra exercise at home, like while you're watching TV. Just like if you're on a bed or on a couch, just get down and just do like some simple exercises, like you can do the plank, or you can do something. It will be really helpful for you. And then when you come into school, everyone's like, okay, let's do the push-up test or the crunches test, and you've already worked on all those muscles. You'll just do like 500 and it'll be like, whoa, you're so cool. So I think that's good. And the last thing is, you should always believe in yourself, because believing in yourself is the most important of them all. If you don't think that you can do something, you probably won't be able to do it in the long run, because you have to plan it out. Like, if you get excited for something, if say you're like, oh, I'm gonna be so excited for this, I'm gonna look like that girl in 2 weeks or something, and then at one point you come like, oh, I want to put it on hold or whatever, I don't think I can actually do it. You have to say, nope, I can do this. I gotta do this because it's for me, it's for my happiness, you know? I think that a good saying is, you should do what you wanted for a very long time rather than what you want at this exact moment, because what you want in this exact moment is going to go away, and then later you're going to be like, oh, I'm kind of glad I didn't do that, so I'm still on track for my actual long-term goal. Because something can be good in the short term, but it won't be good in the long term. And I know that it might hurt sometimes to think that I can't do this or I can't do that because of my actual goal, but truly a lot of times it's just food related or this. You have to believe that you can do it. You have to have a good positive mind, and always listen to your favorite songs, because they'll probably motivate you to do better. And you know, just keep what you want always in check, and it'll help you get anywhere. So I hope this helped, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.